What's up, people, man? It's WHITEBOYLOCKDOWNRADIO, and so today I'm gonna get into a real important video. Um, if you've been following this channel for a long time, you know this video here has been one I've been wanting to tell since day one. You know, doing YouTube, I try to space these videos out. I don't want to burn out. I see a lot of prison channels, not talking down on anybody, but it seems like these guys burn through their stories and they ain't got shit to talk about anymore. But I told you guys a long time ago, I can promise it's not gonna happen over here on White Boy Lockdown Radio. This is a different prison channel. It may be one of the smallest ones out there, but I can guarantee you it's one of the realest. Also with this topic, this is the gang that I probated for. It's tough, man, and this world that we live in with cancel culture and everything else. You know, um, Beginning of the channel, I got trolls coming at me, people doxing me, this and that. So I always held back on it. Um, you know, uh, it's a tough one to talk about. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. As you can see in the title, white Aryan resistance, man. War skin is what I probated under. You know, I didn't want to get into this for the simple fact that I wanted other people to collab with me on this. But I'm gonna go ahead and move it. I'm gonna move without them because look, man, I want to keep my audience going with this one here, and it's funny how things work. I try to kind of hide this topic for all types of reasons, but more than anything, I wanted to bring onto the channel somebody who has the person who I was up under, and it's in the works. The problem is he's finishing up his prison bid, so you guys don't know when I record this, but it will drop. It will drop soon, or at least close enough to when he gets out. And if you've paid real attention to the channel, I got a playlist with dudes I got locked up with, and that's my most important content that I do, is that playlist right there. So let's get into it, man. You know, white Aryan resistance. Okay, this is the gang that I probated for. Okay, I spoke about Unforgiven in a few different videos. Um, I said a lot of shit since I've been doing YouTube, but the only person I've ever clarified or did an apology to was TK. And that's on my channel somewhere. He was Unforgiven. That's a different gang, okay? In Florida, man, we don't have woods. There's no woods here. I respect and I salute every wood out there, first and foremost. Okay, but in Florida we don't have it. Unfortunately, man, the majority of white dudes in prison are gonna be like 1090s and Pinots. And I said it a million times, and dudes are scary. They're white dudes who join black organizations because they're scared. It ain't hard to be a white blood. It ain't hard to be a white crip. That's the easy route. It's the easy route. Be a solid white dude in Florida. You got a big X on your back. Go in there with some cracker bolts. You got a big X on your back. Be part of an Aryan organization. Now we're getting somewhere. But hey, man, look, man, I went with my roots. I touch base. I'm gonna speak about this, man, as best I can, but you gotta work. You gotta work with me because I don't dry snitch. Like a lot of other prison channels. Okay, yeah, I'll put it out there on certain topics because I don't care. But when it comes to people that I got love for, I'm not gonna, put names and all that other shit out there. But so I probated for war skin, man. And for people that don't know the difference, man, you have hammer skins out there, you have war skins out there. In the state of Florida, you have Odinists. But they're considered a gang here in Florida. You have Unforgiven, and you have many other organizations, Irish Aryans. You got Nazi lowriders. I can go on and on. Okay. See, but the problem is, like I was just saying, you got a lot of people like 1090 and Pino, and even K-Fry. I don't talk about him too much, but he's just another white dude. I mean, look at him in prison. Look at him in prison. He's got videos where he's slapping dudes and shit. You would never catch me doing that in prison. I fought one white dude my whole entire time incarcerated. Everybody else was black. You know what I mean? And people watch this channel and they think that I shit on black people. That's not what it's about, man. Black people, man, are strong in prison. They run prison. Before I even go any further, Bloods run the prison system here in Florida. Black people run the prison system. So let's not get anything twisted. Okay. But hey, look, man, I want my roots. I want my race. I got pride in my race. I'm pro-white. You know, um, I love being white. I talk very white. Nobody here watching this video, whether you're subscribed, whether you're being nosy and watching it, whatever your purpose is, you could never sit here and say that I have tried to be somebody else but a white dude. I talk the whitest out of every prison channel, and I'm proud of that. I'm pro-white, and before I start talking about this gang, being pro-white does not make you racist, okay? Doing this YouTube thing, everyone calls me racist, and it's all white people that call me racist. People that I would slap the shit out of if they ever tried to say that to my face. But they'll type because that's what they do. But in prison, man, white dudes looked up to me and the dudes that I was with. They would ask us for protection. I've told stories about it. I just haven't said what gang it was. I did it for many reasons. Um, you know, being pro-white in prison, you're just proud of your race. Look, on this internet thing, everyone has seen me make a friendship with Charleston White. He's a pro-black dude. He puts on for his race. I got nothing but utmost respect for that dude. People would think, watching my video, that me and him wouldn't get along. We're very good friends. If I wanted to right now, I can call him up and crack some black jokes on him, and he can crack some white jokes on me. I'm not going to get my feelings over it because that's my dude. I know what he stands for, and he knows what I stand on. That's what makes a bond. It's the same way in prison. Anybody watching this video, if you think for 1 second them other Florida clowns in the prison system, if you don't think a black dude's using them, then you have life all the way messed up. And I'm not saying black dudes would fear us. They just knew we were on some other stuff. And, they would manipulate them dudes. There's a reason why, the dude has a cell phone inside the prison and he's slapping all white people. Why didn't he slap anybody black? Well, goddamn. And I'm going to have some black people on my channel. Just like I'm going to have the dude that I probated under on my channel. But hey, man, people got to get out. So this is what I'm talking about, man. You have a lot of respect. I can't tell you how many times, the I earned in prison. Big Matt will not buck no call outs. I earned that. I freaking earned that, man. And I never forget the head of an organization when I was in the dorm with JD, who's on my playlist, and Raven. He walked up to us before chow one day. He said, "Man, I respect y'all, man. You're about your cause. You're about your race. You ain't trying to be something that you're not. I respect y'all." He said, "Man, we don't like them dudes that try to talk better than us, use the N word better than us." He was saying it amongst us, so no one could hear but us talk. But he's straight up telling the truth. And I look around. What's wrong with the world today? You know, and since I started this channel, I never had any black man call me a racist. Not one. Because I believe when they sit back and watch me talk, I'm not blatantly disrespecting any black man. I never did in the chain gang, even when I was probating. But that's what the video is about. So let's talk about that. When I was probating, one of the things that caught me, I'm gonna be real careful how I speak of this, but when I was probating, you have to learn the history and some knowledge, right? And with that, you have to learn how to speak in an Aryan code if you go to confinement, and you have to be able to write a letter to a brother, and it's not in English language. It's not sign language. It's something that only me and him would understand. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to speak too much about that. But there was many oaths and bylaws, that I had to show when I was probating. But I'm not going to speak on all the oaths and bylaws. I'm not going to put them out there like that. I have respect for them dudes, even though I veered my own way. But the smartest thing that I got taught, from the white Aryan resistance was no matter what happens in any situation, use your brain before you use your fists. So think before violence. Don't react. Don't react. You see something that you don't like, just because you're in something, don't go get a squad of people to react on it. Think about it. Politic behind it. And 90% of times it will get resolved with communication. And that could be the only that to this day and for my future, that's one thing that I learned about life. It was through probating for a gang. Communication is one of the best tools you could use in life through anything, man. Anything. No matter if you get pulled over by the police, don't matter if it doesn't matter what it is. There's many times in prison I'm going through it with the Bloods or the Crips or the G's or whatever it is. But it takes a couple of us to go over there and talk to a couple of them to deaden the situation. We can all strap up and go through it, sure. For what? Sometimes it ain't worth that because we'll get split up, get shipped off, and we got stuff going on, both sides. They got something going on for money. We got something going on for money. We all go through it off principle, off ego. It don't work like that. It's better to talk it out. It don't mean that you're soft or not like that. It's the smarter way out. And that's the code that I took to the streets. But I can sit here and tell you the ins and outs of that organization. It's not for me to do. And I'm not going to do it. And you won't ever catch me doing it on this channel. Not me. When I will talk more about this organization with at the camp that I was with, somebody who was very close to the head is how I'll say this. They come on the channel. And I know the head very good. That's for different videos because I have a lot of stories with this organization. Before I go on any further, I'm not in the organization. I'm not down and I don't promote any gangs. Okay? I could have been Unforgiven, full patched. I could have been a WAR, full patched, but I didn't take it. I was smart enough not to take it. Okay, I got a lot of respect for both organizations, nothing but love and respect. But I was just smart enough not to take it, and that's what the video is about. When he comes on, we'll get into it more. A lot of times in Florida, the structure is followed from different states. Okay, California out there, they got Aryan Brotherhood. The white Aryan resistance is not the Aryan Brotherhood. Unforgiven is not the Aryan Brotherhood. There is no Aryan Brotherhood here in Florida. There is none. Anybody tells you that on these channels, they're straight up lying. I won't speak on the Aryan Brotherhood because I'm scared to do so on camera. But I will say that in Florida, the reason why there's no Aryan Brotherhood is because it got shut down. It got shut down from California through a couple different states. And the reason why it got shut down is because not in Florida, but a couple states north of us, in prison, a couple black dudes jumped on a white dude and they let it ride. So it got shut down. It's never been chaptered here. Okay? The reason I apologize to TK is because the dude's got, cracker balls and swastika on his face, but he talks black. I was confused. I was confused coming home. I never seen nothing like that. You know, um, but hey, we talked it out, and that dude's solid, man. This ain't got nothing to do with TK. But it's hard for me to come with this video. It's very hard for me to word this video. You know what I mean? Because a lot of my friends watch this channel. A lot of my subs that I appreciate, man. Everybody subscribe to this channel. But as this channel grows and grows, a lot of personal people that I personally know follow this channel, watch this channel, and so I'm kind of coming out on this video and speaking about this, and what I mean, family and close friends, is a conversation I haven't had with them, so I'm kind of putting that on the internet for everybody, and it was hard learning this thing coming up because people, calling all my family boss, it's all white people, man, all white people. You know what I mean? And no black dude has ever called me none of that shit. But I had left my job, man. I'm my own boss now. So dox me if you want. You know what I mean? I already had conversations with my wife, my mom. Man, they're up on game. But listen, man. Like I said, man, I'm just free balling this kind of horror video. There's so much I want to say, but I can't. I can't. I don't care about talking about blood because I'm out of blood. I went through with them dudes. Every set. But I'm not gonna shit on somebody. You know what I mean? Because there was real love there, man. You understand, man? I went through wars with these brothers, man, and I'm not gonna shit on them. But I will say this, man. I will say this. I have my personal reasons why I didn't take the full patch. Okay, I had to look at everything, man. And at the end of the day, man, I don't have no hate for no black people. I have no hate in my heart. I'm pro-white, yes. I'll live and die on that. I'll stand on my 10 toes forever on that. You know, I don't, I'm not interested in black women. I'm not. A black man calls a black woman his queen. That's what they say. In my eyes, it's not for a white dude to say that. But hey, look, if that's you, that's you. I'm just old school with it. And it's not that I'm looking at it at a different type of light. I'm just looking at it where, it's not the way society works now is everything gets micromanaged and picked apart. And hey, look, when I'm coming up, my mom told me what type of girl to bring home. That's what I was raised on. You know, I'm sure there's a black person out there had a mom told them the same thing. I'm sure there's a black person out there bringing a white person home. That wasn't a queen. But look, I don't know. Okay, I just know the conversations that I've met and the solid black people that I've met. I don't have any hate in my heart, and that's why I had to kind of pull away from taking the patch. Now I never went through it behind it, and nothing got covered up on me behind it. But I rocked with them all the way. But through time, we kind of got like transferred and separated, and I always kept ties with people. Obviously, if I'm telling you I'm gonna have a dude on my channel, then we're still straight. There's love there. He is what he is, But look, man, I want to end it with this. I watch a lot of these prison channels, man, and a big problem here in Florida, at least when I was in, is you take the Unforgiven and you take the White Aryan Resistance. They will bump heads in Florida because that's one set. They got their oaths and bylaws, and they got one, and that's another set. So, I caught myself having to strap my shoes on with the dude I'm going to bring on the channel. Had to go behind the wall ball court and watch him bang up an Unforgiven. And I'm waiting for an Unforgiven to jump in so I can crash him. But there's too much animosity between the white gangs inside of prison. Everybody wants to run something. Everybody wants to be, you know, everybody wants to be, you know, the big and baddest one. You know what I mean? And there's just too much of this going on and no unity in there, and that's why I kind of broke off from it. And then, listen, man, if you're gonna be on that type of time, that means, hey, man, look, you eat with your race, you smoke with your race, you work out with your race, and any type of intermingling, it ain't with it. And if I'm 100% on it, then I expect everybody else to be. And I'm not saying that everybody or most dudes weren't on that type of time, but some weren't. You know what I mean? And but it's just it's a constant it's a constant struggle. It's a constant button heads. And listen, man, I just pulled off because I'm living by a set of oaths and bylaws, and I expect everybody to do the same. But it ain't just with white gangs. I think that's in gang. I think that is with gangs altogether. And look, man, when I went to prison, I'm a grown ass man. So what would I be looking like joining something as a grown ass man? But again, the politics in Florida are different. You see the other Florida channels. So somebody like me or you might follow my shoes, but you just got to figure it out, man. And that's what I did. And at the end of the day, hey, look, man, I'm glad that I'm not wearing no patch. I respect all them dudes, man. If you only really knew, and if I only freely talk on this like I wanted to, but because I got love for them dudes, I can't. And you can respect that and understand it. But hey, man, look, this real hard video for me to make. Hit that merch, man. Smash the like, share it, hit the bell, all that. Stay out, stay safe, stay solid. Until the next one.